Hey guys, it's Macy.
And Ashley.
And today we are going to be tier ranking every, I almost said Marvel, Star Wars show, movie, and video game that we have played.
Which is way slimmer than I'd like to admit. I need to play more Star Wars games.
We literally only have Lego Star Wars, Fallen Order, Battlefront 2, and that's it.
I'm gonna play Battlefront first one and Squadron sometime.
I heard the first one isn't that good.
No, yeah. So I might not play it, honestly. But I heard Squadrons is okay, so I might try that one. I want to play Jedi Survivor, but we don't have a freaking PS5.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. So we can't rank that one. But I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, as much as I want to. I cannot.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything to say. Oh, we tried our best putting it in, like, chronological order, but not perfect.
Yeah, we put the movies and shows in kind of chronological order, and then we put the games at the end.
Yeah. So stay tuned for those ones.
And our tiers are, at the very top is Peak Cinema.
As it's for tradition, like our Marvel one. And then the next tier we have Absolutely Fire, which is movies and shows and games that just are barely to Peak Cinema, but there's a few things that, yeah.
And then after that we have Pretty Good. Like, it's pretty good. I don't know.
And then we have the mid tier, which is just okay.
And then after that we have the ew tier, where it's ew.
And then we have actual garbage, which I'm gonna struggle with this, for real.
I don't think anything's gonna make it into actual garbage, because I don't think anything in Star Wars is actual garbage. I think a few things are going to make it.
Yeah. Okay, there was something I was gonna say before again, we have received a lot of comments that say that we sound the exact same. And I don't blame you guys, because I listened through and I was like, you know what? It is kind of hard to tell the difference.
But we don't act the same.
No, we don't. But how are they? Like, okay, so I'm Macy. I'm talking right now. This is what my voice sounds like. And now you talk.
Okay, I'm Ashley. I'm talking right now.
I don't know how to explain it. Ashley's voice doesn't, like...
We don't really sound the same when we're, like, talking.
Yeah, because mine is more... Can you see what I mean? Like, how we can tell our voices apart?
Like, we have different pitches, I guess. I don't know. Like, I feel like mine's higher.
I feel like you go higher when you say things, but for me, I usually try to stay the same tone. I don't know. And also, my voice is so scratchy sometimes because when I talk for extended periods of time, it gets scratchy. So, also, Ashley says the cringier thing.
Aww.
I just looked at it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, should we move on?
True compliment, honestly.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So first one is Phantom Menace. I'm gonna put it in ew.
Same.
It's really boring.
It's like, it has such an interesting plot and stuff going on, but I fall asleep every time I watch it.
It's just like not executed well, honestly. The best part is at the end.
Yeah. Honestly. In the beginning's kind of cool too, but everything in the middle, not good. And then next we have Tales of the Jedi, because we didn't know where to put this one.
Because it has Ahsoka's and Dooku's, but most of it is in between Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. I'm gonna put this one in mid.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm putting it for good. Gotta keep you on your toes.
I'm gonna put it in pretty good too. I don't think it's quite up to Absolutely Fire standards.
I love the one episode. It's where Ahsoka's training, and that's pretty much the only one I rewatch because it's that good.
So you should probably put it in mid then.
No.
What about the other Ahsoka episode with the Inquisitor?
Oh yeah, that one's pretty good too.
That one is good. Ahsoka's little baby arc is interesting, but I don't really rewatch it. And then Dooku's arc, I love Dooku's arc.
Dooku's arc is awesome.
The fact that you said you only like one episode of this makes me confused.
No, I said I liked most of them, but that one is my favorite.
Which, by the way, guys, I'm going to be pretty picky with these. Like, as much as I want to put some of my favorite things in Peak Cinema, I'm going to be very picky. Like, because everything would be going in Peak Cinema if I really just did what I want.
Okay, my favorite, the training episode is called Practice Makes Perfect.
I'm pretty sure they knew what you were talking about before you said the title.
I don't care. I want to see what it's called.
Okay. Next.
Attack of the Clones. Oh.
again, the plot, but Anakin and Padme's every scene
I might have to put it in ew.
I'm putting it...
I might have to put it in ew because that's generally my reaction when I watch this movie.
Yeah, honestly, if literally Padme and Anakin's interactions were less cheesy, I would put this movie higher because everything else about it is really good.
It's just... they were given such...
Okay, next we have...
actually painful to watch.
It's... Yeah, it is. No, because the only good parts I can think of that movie is...
memes?
Kenobi's POV half the time is more interesting. Yeah, the memes also. And... like the clones making their introduction, obviously. That's it.
I hate sand.
It's coarse
and rough
and irritating.
It gets everywhere.
Okay, next we have the Clone Wars movie.
I'm gonna...
Y'all are gonna come at me for this one, but I'm putting it in ew.
I'm putting it in mid.
I'm putting it in ew.
It's okay. Like, the beginning of the movie is pretty fire.
Yeah, that's it.
And then the more it goes on with Jabba's son, could care less.
Boring. You know what? I do feel bad putting it in ew, but I don't think it's quite up to mid. Like, mid are things that I wouldn't necessarily choose to rewatch, but if it was on, I wouldn't mind watching it. If someone turned this on, I'd be like, can we turn on the show? Please. I don't want to watch this.
Can we turn on anything else?
Anything else.
I'm gonna keep it in mid.
Okay.
Then next is Clone Wars, the show. The show as a whole. And I'm gonna put this...
Someday, I can't wait for when we talk about each season because it's so hard. Where to put this? Because, like, some seasons are
because the later seasons are so good. But the beginning seasons... I'm gonna put this in pretty good.
Really? Wait, as a Clone Wars girly, I thought you were gonna put it higher.
I gotta be honest. Like, most of them are kind of boring. Where are you gonna put it?
Oh, okay. I'm struggling between pretty good and absolutely fire because...
Right?
There's, like, a lot of good arcs, but honestly, there's a lot of bad arcs, too.
Most of it, I was kind of struggling to watch because it was boring. But, like, once you got, like... Once you got to an actually good arc, it was so fire. But that's the thing, so I'm putting it in pretty good. So it's in between. Like, it's pretty good. And I know some people are going to come at me for that.
Well, because here's the thing, whenever I'm like, yeah, there's just some bad arcs, people are like, well, you could say that about Rebels and Bad Batch, too. Not really, because those shows don't have arcs. They have single episodes. Clone Wars has individual arcs where just like, oh my gosh, imagine 4 episodes of pure, like, boredom.
There is an episode where it's 20 minutes of droids in the desert. And that's it.
That's it. The droid arc is terrible. You know what? Okay, I love Clone Wars so freaking much, but it's going in pretty good.
Like, call me a Clone Wars girly.
You are a Clone Wars girly.
And I love Clone Wars so much, I have to put it in pretty good.
Okay, next we have Revenge of the Sith. I'm struggling between absolutely fire and peak
I gotta
cinema.
put it in peak cinema.
There's just a few things that don't make it peak cinema for me.
True, but like...
But one of them being... Oh my gosh, my mind just blinked. I cannot all of a sudden remember anything about this movie.
I'm still struggling. I don't know if I want to put it in peak cinema or absolutely fire.
Okay. Movie-wise, like film-wise, this would not be in peak cinema, but Star Wars-wise, I kind of want to put it in peak cinema.
Right?
Oh, what should I do?
I think I have to put it in peak cinema.
I am actually going to, as well.
I think it'd be a crime if I didn't, honestly.
Because, like...
It's Revenge of the Sith.
It's some of the best Star Wars content out there, actually. So... Yeah.
Anyway. Bad Batch.
I knew when we were doing this episode, this was going to be the hardest for me. Like, more than anything else. I don't know.
I'm putting it absolutely fire. It is not quite up, and no, I'm not biased, and it's not quite up to peak cinema, because, yes, there is boring episodes. Treasure hunting episode. And there's also Sid.
And, okay, I know you and others might come at me for this, but the first season's a little weak.
Here's the thing, like, the first season is my favorite, but yeah, it is a little weak.
Like,
but I'm gonna put it in absolutely fire.
You know what? Same.
Oh, amazing!
No, my tier ranker! Okay, it's still loaded.
Wait.
But it's not...
It's not in order anymore.
It's not in order anymore.
Oh my gosh, okay. Mine still is, so I'll just...
The technical difficulties are insane.
I'll just tell you what's next.
Okay.
What is going on? Okay,
I really don't know.
Okay, yeah, so... anyway.
Where's Bad Batch? You know what, actually, I'm gonna fix this, and we'll be right back. Okay, we got it figured out. Back to what I was saying about Bad Batch. I actually agree with you. Like, there are some not very good episodes. And, like, no, because I was seriously thinking about it. I was like, I love Bad Batch so much. I want to put it in peak cinema, but...
It's not quite
it's
there.
not quite there.
Not quite there.
But I feel like this is already controversial as it is. Like, people are probably putting it in the mid-tier, and I don't like
It's not mid. It's not mid at
You're
all,
just
actually.
incorrect.
Get another opinion.
No, the fact that we're putting... I didn't think about this. The fact that we're putting Bad Batch over Clone Wars.
And I said what I said. Sorry.
Whenever I, like, actually do show rankings, I always do Rebels, then Bad Batch, then Clone Wars. And it's not because Clone Wars is a bad show. We've already talked about...
We already talked about this, okay?
We already talked about
Don't start attacking us. Okay, then we have Kenobi.
Dude, it was my turn.
I don't care. I'm just...
Okay, I'm gonna... Kenobi?
I'm gonna put it in... Oh, I don't want to put it in you.
Oh. I'm putting it mid. It's mid for me.
I'm gonna put it mid.
Because, like... Overall, I think it's a pretty okay show. Like, but it would have been better as a movie. I think everyone agrees with that.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I had to wait each week for an episode that could have been something like 5 minutes.
It was really annoying.
Proves that it could be a movie, but whatever. I guess. Okay, next we have Rebels. I said what I said. I put it in peak cinema.
I said what I said.
Because there are literally no bad episodes when I think about it. Maybe
literally,
one.
Even if it's a filler, it's hilarious.
And it still contributes to the plot at least a little bit.
At least a little bit. Like, it's funny.
Like, I can't think of genuinely one bad episode.
And it has some of the best Star Wars content that Star Wars has to offer. And if you haven't watched Rebels, then you're missing out.
And if you have watched Rebels and you don't think that Rebels is good,
what's wrong with you? Genuinely.
Because I'm so sorry. Rebels is great. Yeah, the first season, I can see why you judge it off the first season, because it's a little weak. But after that? Anyway.
Ugh. Okay, next is Solo.
I haven't seen this movie in freaking forever.
I think I've only seen, like, bits and pieces. But, like, I'm gonna put it in...
I'm putting it mid, based on memory.
Yeah, like, the thing that I've... Like, it's mid. It's okay.
It's a solid movie, but I don't think it's, like, anything special at all.
It's also the first Star Wars movie to not make its budget.
Yeah, so...
Which...
Like, when it was, like, announced, I remember being like, okay. Like, I wasn't super
It also
interested.
came out on my birthday, which I was very offended.
Star Wars has a big thing of doing that.
A lot of stuff has come out on my birthday.
Yeah.
Or, like, in my birthday month.
Okay. Next we have Andor. Peak cinema.
Peak cinema.
This show was flawless.
Every single episode, you are left with your jaw dropped, honestly.
Jaw on the floor.
It was so not Star Wars that we've seen before.
It did a good job of still feeling like Rogue One, though. Like, I feel like the entire time watching it, I was like, this is giving me Rogue One vibes, which it should. So.
And it was very dark, which isn't usually like Star Wars. Well, sometimes.
It's just, like, especially the prison episodes.
Oh. How you find out that Cassian's, like, literally building... I'm not saying spoiler warning.
Yeah. Why are you spoiling?
One, I'm not saying spoiler warning. It came out months ago.
Okay, actually, some people still haven't had the chance to watch it.
I'm so sick of getting spoiler warnings.
No, actually, some people...
Spoiler warning for Andor, okay?
Okay, before we start, now I have to clarify something. Ashley's being a little salty, a little toxic. Ashley, I can understand why people haven't seen certain things, because they are new to the fandom, and all they want to do is just watch things that we've recommended. I know so many people where they're like, oh my gosh, I'm finally watching Clone Wars because you guys have recommended it. Please, like, I'm a little nervous to enter this, like...
Okay.
And then you're spoiling
I'm
things
sorry.
for them.
Okay. Andor spoilers.
And it's a fairly recent show. Like, it wasn't made 15 years ago.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Gosh. Like, you can spoil Rise of Skywalker.
Because no one cares that gets wrong in that movie anyway. Okay, can I say now?
Yeah, you can.
Oh my gosh.
I was just defending you guys.
Anyway, I was trying to say before I got very interrupted.
Oh, that was Macy defending you guys, by the way. Just so you know. Who's on your side.
Ew. Anyway. Very dark how you find out that Cassian's literally building the Death Star, which kills him in the end. So,
yeah.
It's messed up.
Also, what was I gonna say? Oh, I saw so many things where they're saying that Bad Batch is like the kid-friendly version of Andor, in a way, where like how both the shows kind of expose how dark the Empire is. Like, yeah, a few movies and shows have done that before. Rebels definitely did it sometimes, but I feel like Bad Batch goes to a level where you're like, okay.
Ooh. It's that one episode.
Especially with like clones and stuff. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Rogue One. I'm gonna put it...
I can't decide between absolutely fire and pretty good.
I'm gonna put an absolutely fire.
Yeah, same. Because I'd rather watch it over Tales of the Jedi. That sounds so mean. No, I mean, just mean like if someone was like, do you want to watch Rogue One or Tales of the Jedi? I'd probably pick Rogue One.
I love Rogue One. It's such a good movie.
I feel like the first bit is a little slow, but then it picks up towards the end. So, yeah, I don't
Again,
really have
another like kind of dark movie, like hand in hand with Andor. It's just like darker, I guess.
I wish this movie got the same love that like the sequels got when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
When the sequels came out, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah!" And then Rogue One came, and they're like, "What is this?" And they move on. They never paid any attention.
I wish it got more love. That I also wish Andor got more love too. I feel like the more we've gone in Star Wars, and like especially with Ahsoka, is that people stop watching because they've realized that they have to like actually watch past things. Like Ahsoka, you have to watch Rebels and Clone Wars. But like you can say that about like Marvel too, but Marvel, there's so much more.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 6 shows and a bunch of movies that you'd have to watch. In Star Wars, it's honestly not that hard.
Yeah.
Except for Clone Wars, which is 7 seasons, but like...
But yeah, other than that, I don't know.
It's not that hard. Just watch it, okay?
Okay.
Okay?
I mean, it is a little overwhelming, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Not as overwhelming as Marvel, though.
Why do I feel like Marvel is less overwhelming in a way?
Because
like,
it's more popular?
No, I don't feel like it's overwhelming. I mean, I don't really think of it like content-wise. I think of just like... Because I feel like Star Wars has way more lore and world building.
Because what Marvel was originally supposed to be, it was literally just supposed to be like superheroes in our world, and I feel like the more it's gone on, it has more lore for some reason.
No, that's the thing, is I feel like Marvel... Because okay, I keep saying here's the thing. When you think about Marvel, you just have to watch... They're like, okay, here's all these movies. Just watch them in this order. You'll be good. I feel like when we did our marathon with Dad, after a movie, I understood what happened in that. Like, pretty good. I know how that ties into everything else. Star Wars, you finish a movie and a show, and you're like, huh?
Makes you think
so much to unpack. And a lot more emotionally damaging, to say the least.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Next, we have A New Hope.
I'm gonna put this one in pretty good.
Me too.
It's a pretty good movie.
It is. Actually, I'm putting it in absolutely fire. Because I want it to be up there with Rogue One.
Oh. It's pretty good. The beginning's a little boring.
Yeah, a little bit. But I feel like this movie gets way too much hate.
No, for real.
Have you seen that thing?
They're like, it's so bad. It was
really
made
wasn't.
40 years ago.
Actually, I'm not going to say what it is. We'll get more into it later.
Oh,
Your turn.
Your turn. Next one is Empire Strikes Back. And I'm going to put this one absolutely fine. Oh. Man!
Peak Cinema.
Oh.
If you don't put this movie in Peak Cinema, banned. Blocked, cancelled. Just kidding. Girl.
How does it end again?
Really?
Just remind me real quick.
Remember, it ends with Luke getting cut in pieces by his dad, and then Leia saves him, and then Han is currently...
I'll put in pieces.
Not breathing. Oh. He is ice.
Quite literally, he is an ice block.
Peak cinema. This movie is some of the best Star Wars content.
Okay,
out there.
Stop being so toxic that I had to be reminded, okay? Just a little bit. Okay. Next one is Return of the Jedi, and I've only seen bits and pieces of this one.
Unpopular opinion, but I don't like this movie. It's going in mid. Oh. Okay, the only good parts of this movie? No, okay. Honestly, I like Luke's POV in this movie. I just don't like Han and Leia's, because I just don't like
I'll put it in mid.
No, I feel kind of bad.
Stop forgetting your choices.
Because, no, how do I do this? Where if I only like Luke's parts in the movie?
It's mid. It's okay.
Yeah.
Your feelings are valid, Macy.
No, because people always say this movie's better than Empire Strikes Back.
It's
not. My least favorite in the trilogy. Oh. A New Hope is better, as you can see from the tier list. Okay.
Next we have Mandalorian. Here's the hard thing. Here's the thing. Season 1, fire. Season 2, fire. Season 3, boring.
What was that? Season 3 started out so good.
I'm gonna put it in pretty good.
I'm putting it in absolutely fire. Oh. Because, I mean, Season 3 kind of makes it fall back a little bit. Or else I would put it in, just kidding, I'm not sure I'd put it in peak cinema. I love this show though. I rewatched it recently to edit the first season, and I was like, I forgot how good the show is. Genuinely, like the cinematography, especially. I'm like, okay,
that's what I'm saying. Like I put it in pretty good, and like that doesn't mean I don't like it. Like I put Clone Wars in there too, and I'm a Clone Wars girly.
Yeah,
and
no, I don't.
I wasn't talking to you.
I wasn't attacking you.
I know. I was explaining my.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Please explain while I close my blinds.
It like I still like it. It's still like I said, it's pretty good. It's just not absolutely fire.
Okay.
You're a little like
I wasn't attacking you, so
I never said you were.
Okay, next.
So annoying.
Next we have Book of Boba Fett.
It's hovering over you.
Why am I wanting to put an actual garbage? Oh my god. Guys, that's how you can tell it's me laughing. Is because since I got pneumonia, 2 years ago? 1 year ago?
It was like a year ago.
My throat has genuinely never been the same.
Also, when I laugh, I realize I have a silent laugh, so you can never tell.
I laugh right now. No, if you really catch me by surprise, I'll laugh like I smoked 6 packs of cigarettes. I've never smoked in my life. I just sound like that.
Here's the thing. Book of Boba Fett. It's good. It's just like... Oh, you're right. It is kind of actual garbage.
The only good part is when Mandalorian steps in and, steals the show. And when Cad Bane shows up.
Oh, that was so good.
Because this is the only thing that makes me not want to put
spoiler. You just did a spoiler for a show.
That's not a spoiler.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. He's literally on the poster. He was literally on one of the posters. Oh. He's not on this one. He was on one of them. It's literally not a spoiler. Most of you guys don't even know who Cad Bane is. I mean, didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that mean. Just
Jeez.
No, or this one? No, just most of you guys probably don't. I'll say that. No,
he's right there.
Yeah, there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know, I'm gonna be quite honest. I didn't know he was on the poster. I just said that to
You're just lying?
She's lying now? I just said that to not get attacked. But I was right.
Oh. I wish you could have been wrong. That would have been hilarious.
No, that was awesome. I had a feeling he was on the poster. Because they made a lot of promo.
I should have just lied too and said no, he wasn't.
Actually, they made a lot of promo.
Done.
No. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. The only reason I swear Libby starts playing piano as soon as we record.
No, for real. She could play any type of day, but as soon as we help on and do the podcast.
Okay, back to Boba Fett. The only thing that makes me not want to put in actual garbage is the Mandalorian and Grogu and Luke and all that
That's the only thing saving it.
Because genuinely, I don't want to rewatch the show.
Genuinely, it was so boring.
It was so boring.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Next is Ahsoka, and yes, we know it hasn't finished yet, but we're pretty close, so...
We should literally just have one more episode, which...
Oh my gosh. It's hovering over Pisana, but I'm not sure it's there yet.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna put an absolutely fire.
Same. Because you want to know why? And we'll get more into this when we... You know, I already told you guys we were doing an Ahsoka episode, so it's not a... surprise. When we get to that episode, I'll talk more about it, but just, like, to shorten it, I feel like this show...
was purely fan service on it, if I'm honest.
Oh, dang. I wasn't gonna go there.
No, not purely fan service. It answered fan questions that we've had for a while.
Yeah, that's not fan service.
Get quiet! Oh my gosh! Girlie is really attacking me today, and I don't appreciate it.
I just love how you interrupted the beginning of my sentence. I mean, my sentence with the beginning of yours. Like, I was still talking.
Girlie was struggling with the quote.
I was a little bit. Back to what I was saying before I got interrupted is... No, you literally didn't interrupt me, though. I was like, yeah, so to kind of put on...
I'm sorry.
Like, it was purely... Like, chill. You'll get your time.
First of all, I don't even yell.
You'll get your time.
Oh, you're so...
Anyway, I just feel like it was kind of dragged on sometimes, where I'm like, wow, we only have 8 episodes to do this, and I feel like we're out of time.
I don't know how they're gonna wrap all of this up. Next episode?
Do you think they're gonna do season 2?
I don't think so. I don't feel like that would fit.
Are they just gonna replace the sequels, though?
Pretty please.
Probably like 8 seasons of Ahsoka. I'm just kidding.
I really want Dave Filoni's movie to be a continuation of Ahsoka, or just
a Thrawn movie. I take it. It's just like, I love Ahsoka so much, but there's just some times where I'm like, hey, this literally is being so much dragged on. Like, if we had more episodes, I could understand, but we only have 8. And I feel like there's not a lot of time for, like, Baylan or...
Which Baylan is the most interesting character.
Yeah, and he hasn't been a lot of time to shine, and it's kind of sad.
Also, if we got a season 2, Baylan wouldn't be in it.
I know. That's the thing.
I'm so sad.
Someone commented on one of my videos, and they're like, I just love Baylan. I was like, same. I wish we could see more of him. They're like, yeah, it just... And I'm not going to say I forgot that the actor passed away, but I just, like, sometimes it just shocks me how I'm like, oh, I wish we could see more of him, and then I'm like, we will never get to see more of him.
Which is so sad.
I would love to have seen more content just about his character.
He's so interesting. Shin is stale.
Character design's pretty, but she's stale.
Oh my gosh, I love her character design. Oh, okay. Moving on.
We'll talk more about this next time.
You got sidetracked.
Yeah. Next we have Resistance. And I just barely rewatched most of this for YouTube. And I'm going to put it in... Ew.
Oh?
Here's the thing. I will stand by the fact that Resistance isn't that bad, but I'm not going to put it in the mid-tier.
Because it ain't mid. It's not okay.
It's a little lower than mid. Because they had a lot of potential, but it was more just aimed towards younger audiences. So, I mean, it's still funny. I laugh a lot when I watch it. I mean, call me a freaking child. But it had, like... It was just weird. Like, there wasn't... I swear, I don't know. So, yeah. It's still not that bad, though. Everyone who's like, it's the worst. Ew. Chill out.
It's the worst.
Ew. As we put it in the ew tier.
Oh.
Anyway. Next.
Okay, next is... What is that called? Why am I blanking?
Force Awakens?
Force Awakens.
Okay.
Mid.
I put it in pretty good.
Oh? Sorry? It's mid.
I think it's a little above mid. I feel like this movie, like, I watched it when it first came out. I was like, okay, I can see this going somewhere. Keep in mind, I was still a child at this time. But then the other 2 movies came out. I was like, what the heck? Because me and Ashley rewatched this a little bit ago. Not recently, but just because I wanted to. And I was like, you know what? This movie isn't that bad. But
I kind of want to watch, like, rewatch Rise of Skywalker.
Actually, I'm putting it in mid. I don't...
That's it.
Because it's a good movie, but I think...
It's okay.
But I think it definitely had some flaws. Yeah. Okay, next we have The Last Jedi. Which, in my opinion, and yours, actual garbage.
Actual garbage. Where was the plot? Where was the good parts? Where was anything, please.
I never want to watch this movie again.
I can't even remember the plot of this movie because I think I blocked it out, honestly.
Okay, I also want to share something about sequel fans. I love you guys, and you can love what you want. Like, I can see... Honestly, I'm going to come out and say it. The humor in the sequels is top tier. No, I actually enjoyed the humor.
I can see why you like the sequels. I just am not one of them.
Yeah. The humor, though? Humor's pretty good.
Okay, so are you a prequel stan, an OG stan, or sequel?
OG. I'd call myself an OG stan. What about you?
I kind of...
The new generation, man, they're always prequels. Just kidding. Talking as if I'm like 30 years old.
I don't know.
I'm not.
Does it just include movies or the shows?
Movies.
Ew, then original.
Here's the thing. Also going back to sequels, the characters are all stale in my opinion, but like there's a few good ones.
They had potential and their potential wasn't used. Like Finn could have had this amazing character development and he didn't.
He's like a solid character who could have gotten an even better arc, but they didn't give anything to him.
Like he fully could have gone from Stormtrooper to Jedi and they didn't take advantage of that. They focused on Rey, who was still a stale character.
Also, BB-8. Love BB-8.
Love BB-8.
Really good droid. And Poe.
Yep. That's pretty much it.
But again, Last Jedi. What the heck was going on in that movie? They did Luke dirty, and I'll stand by that.
Okay. Okay. Rise Skywalker.
I'm putting it in ew.
I'm gonna put it in ew.
Because I don't think it's quite as bad as Last Jedi, in my opinion.
Sorry.
Because, like, I hear it's a thing. We could, like... Did yours just reset? I swear, the stupid tier list.
It's fine. If we don't literally... It's not gonna be that hard to reset. You keep talking.
Okay, I'll keep talking. Here's the thing. A lot of people are like, well, it's just because Rise of Skywalker has no plot. Neither does Last Jedi. Okay, I think after Last Jedi, the entire, like, trilogy just kind of went off the rails. So, I think pushing that aside, Rise of Skywalker isn't as bad. The humor, like I said, is pretty good. I mean, plot's slightly better than Last Jedi. But it's just, again, like, what is with the Palpatine Returns thing? What is
Oscar Isaac looks so pained.
He looks so pained. I'm so sorry, King.
Man is genuinely in pain saying that line. And me too, King.
Have you seen those things where it's...
Somehow Palpatine returns.
Have you seen those things where it's like video compilations on YouTube? And it's like the sequel cast being sick of their own movies for like 1 minute straight. Oh my gosh.
No one is more a sequel trilogy hater than the cast themselves.
I do, like, actually, okay, we have all these Marvel cast videos out there, and I feel like the only thing that'll get close enough to those in Star Wars fandom is the sequel cast, because they're pretty chaotic, and they have a pretty tight bond with each other, but we don't really see much of, like, prequel or original casts at all, honestly. They are old, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Because when I put my Marvel cast video out there, some people were like, I wish Star Wars had this. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to look it up just out of curiosity. I feel like sequel cast obviously isn't as funny, but...
No one can be as funny as the Marvel cast. They are truly something else.
They are truly something else. Okay, next. Next
is Star Wars Forces of Destiny, which honestly was my childhood.
I remember this coming on Disney XD and being like, what the...
What the...
What the... Because I saw Hondo. I was like, what is 2D Hondo doing here?
I'm gonna put it mid.
I'm putting it, like... Yeah, actually, because it's not like... It's just okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Animation, what the heck, though? I don't really like that animation.
I hate it.
Okay, next we have, Visions. Should we just count season 1 and 2?
That's hard though, because
season 2 was like way better than season 1. That's an unpopular one too. Everyone's like, love season 1, don't like season 2. Season 2 is significantly better.
Season 2 is way better. Like, there's only like 2 episodes. No, wait, 1. Only 3 episodes I like in season 1.
Yeah, same honestly. And then I think there's only 1 episode I don't like in season 2.
the last one, by the way. I hate that one.
So,
honestly,
I'm just gonna put it mid.
Yeah.
Because even season 2, I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's cool, but it's why are there fireworks?
Why are people popping fireworks? Is October? What are we doing?
Are we missing something? Maybe those weren't fireworks.
What is it then?
Anyway, moving on. Is that we just have video games now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next we have Battlefront 2.
Okay. I really like this one. Here, it is short. That's the thing. Like, I got to the ending. I'm like, that's it. That's all I got. And even like trying to get more skins and stuff. One, it's confusing. I couldn't figure it out. That was the main reason I bought the game, is because I saw people getting more skins on it. Plus, it was only $10. So, I'm gonna put it in pretty good.
I've never played this game. I've only watched my dad play it. So, I just, like, watched it.
I liked mind you, I did have to put it on the easiest level, but that's not strange coming from me. It was, but I like the shooting. It was fun.
I will have to say, this one was, like, slightly at times more investing than Fallen Order. Like, because I watch my family play video games. I don't play them. No, I'm not saying... I'm just saying at times my attention was, like...
No, because I feel like, since it was a shooter game, it was all the time, you're interested, and Fallen Order's
shooter
next.
Game. Star Wars Call of Duty. That's what I thought when I first saw it.
Also, the arcade one is pretty fun. Except it takes so long to download. Like, sometimes I'm like, I kind of want to play, like, a shooter game. And so I'm like, oh, Battlefront 2. And then it takes 3 hours to download. So, so I'm like, it's past that point, bruh. No, but the story was low-key interesting. But there is, like, another chapter, which is, like, I think a few years in the future. It was, like, when the main character, like, had a kid or something. And one could not finish the first level. Because you know why? Because it spawns you... One, you have to fly a ship, which the ship, like, levels in that game are absolutely horrid. Bane of my existence. And plus the horrible controls. They spawn you in an asteroid field. Iconic. And if you die, you restart. Which I could not finish. I was so done. I was like, we're gonna call it there.
Bro, that sounds like a standard video game.
Quiet!
You two used to Skywalker Saga. Which we'll get into in a little bit.
Okay.
Oh. Is it my turn?
I don't know.
Actually, it's your turn. I don't know what I'm saying.
Ma'am? Next is Fallen Order, which I'm gonna put in absolutely fire.
I wanted to put it in Peak Cinema, but...
Let's be honest here.
Are we just talking about the story or, like, the gameplay?
I'm thinking gameplay.
I'm thinking of story. Because we're putting it with movies and shows.
Okay.
So if you're ranking it strictly off gameplay, then that's not really...
No, I'm doing both. The story's interesting. But it kind of diminished the fact that you have to run around for an hour trying to get back to the top of the surface of a planet.
Yeah, but I thought...
Here's the thing, no matter what the story is, it'll still be impacted by the gameplay.
Yeah, but I'm saying overall. Like, I'm not... Every little detail. I'm saying, like, if you had to go up to someone and summarize what the game is about. Like, if someone's like, what even is this? Then you go up and you tell them.
Well, if it has to be the story, then I'm gonna put it in mid, and I don't want to do that.
What? Not me saying I'd probably put it in Peak Cinema. You're like, I'd put it in mid. Okay, I'm putting in pretty good. Actually, yeah. Actually, no, absolutely fine. It's better than Battlefront 2. I don't know why.
It's also longer. I'd love that game to pieces.
But yeah, you're like, I put it in mid.
Oh, quiet. I was joking.
Oh my gosh. Okay, next we have Lego Star Wars The Clone Wars, which is literally so short, there's like a few levels.
Here's the thing.
I'm putting in Peak Cinema.
This game was so hard, it made me question my sanity.
Yeah, but I love it.
And And you guys are like, oh no, you exaggerate. I'm not. In the slightest bit.
It's not. Me and Ashley were stuck on a level for maybe like 3 hours.
3 hours on one part of a level, not the whole level.
Yeah, it wasn't the whole level. It was
one part.
It was the one, I think... It's the one where you have to... How do I even explain this? Destroy the enemy's, like, base, but it's in waves.
This game is strategy-based.
Which is why I put it in Peak Cinema. It's amazing. Oh, I love it so much. Because here's the thing. At the time, I was crying. I'm not kidding. Tears were coming out of my eyes out of frustration.
I hated playing this game.
It's worse than the pod racing level.
And if you've played Complete Saga, you know exactly what we're talking about.
It's way worse than the pod racing level. I'm going to come out and say it right now.
Why are you putting it in Peak Cinema then?
Because I love the strategy side of it. We're like...
But I can't say it's better than Fallen Order because it's not.
It kind of is.
I'm gonna put it in pretty good.
No, here's the thing. Because the level that me and Ashley got stuck on a lot is... Well, this is actually throughout the game, but this one especially. It's not like the other LEGO Star Wars games where you go through and there's like steps you have to take to get to the next part. This is one where it just lets you play for like ever, and you have to figure out how to defeat the enemy like based on... It's like war. It's literally war.
You don't play through episodes or like story. You play through battles.
Yeah.
And it is so... One, they drop you right into a battle. No instructions.
They don't tell you anything.
Like,
you have to use your brain to figure it out.
Which is very frustrating because I'm very stupid.
Like, but we kind of figured out after a while. Like, at first we were like, let's get these weapons. And we're like, no, we need to take out the droid spawner things first.
Once
and
you
then do
get
this.
it, it's fun. But the first 2 hours where you're running around confused and desperately trying to get stuff done, it's absolute freaking torture.
And that's the thing is, like, when I got this game, I was expecting, like, lightsaber duels. There's only, like, 2 of those.
I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I love Clone Wars.
Yeah. Let's move on. It's Peak Cinema still.
Complete Saga. Peak Cinema.
Peak Cinema.
Simply put.
It's the best thing I've ever played in my life.
This game was my childhood. Mm-hmm. Especially the weird, like, I think it was supposed to be tutorial or something, like the free world, where you run around, like, the town.
Yeah. Except me and Ashley didn't just get studs like you're supposed to. We just played roleplay.
Especially in the playground area. One, we love that area. The stupid little spinny thing. And riding the animals.
Merry-go-round? You mean a merry-go-round?
Yeah. I said the spinny thing.
It's a merry-go-round.
It spins, though. Both are right.
Anyway.
Am I wrong? And also, there was a lake when we, like, were kids. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and now
it's gone. Isn't. I don't know where it went. Also, you can force build the Lego. Lego.
I think this was, like, everyone's childhood, to be honest. And, like, everyone has their own favorite levels.
Pod racing.
Terrible.
Pod racing one takes you about 6 hours because you cannot beat it for the life of you.
One of my favorites was the droid factory level, which Ashley disagrees with strongly.
I hate it. It's so annoying.
No, it's not. It's fun.
We replayed it in like 2020 because quarantine.
We played a lot of games in quarantine.
And it was so fun.
Love it. Also, okay, actually, we'll talk about this in a sec. Moving on to Skywalker Saga. Me and Ashley just barely got this game. We're currently done with the prequel and originals. We're on the sequels right now.
I'm gonna put it in mid.
I'm honestly putting it in U.
Oh?
Just because I feel like, okay, obviously it's meant for younger people because it's so easy. There's no challenges. Like, these kids got it easy.
First of all, literally every single one you are pushed to pass.
Yeah.
Like, the pod racing one especially is first, if you make a wrong turn, it immediately tilts you toward the right way. And two, I was in first place, and I was like, what the frick? And I saw the guy coming up behind me. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna win this. It gave me a boost of speed.
It doesn't let you lose.
At the end, so I could win.
And, oh my gosh, I was fighting with, what duel was it even?
The duels are so easy.
They tell you what to do for the duels, and if you find yourself losing, it makes you win. Like, the only good part of this game is the guns. I love how you can, like, aim better in this one. Like,
so
is the original Lego ones.
If you got a gun, worse. But also, it feels like this game is made for first player because I was always second player and I never got to be the main character. I was always a droid or never had a lightsaber. And so when it was episodes with a person and a droid, I was always the droid, which was no fun because droids don't go to do anything.
And in the complete saga, 2-player, the whole point, like if you were dueling, I specifically remember dueling them all, you could both duel him. Like you could both come at him and he would fight both of you. In this game,
especially the Darth Vader one, I literally sat on the sidelines and shot him. Like, I didn't get to do anything. Also, if you're the second person and you sit on the sidelines and shoot him, you don't do any damage except for a few specific times. Because it's focusing on dueling the first player. And it's so easy. Like, again, like, there's literally no challenge. Also, they give you waypoints on the right place to go.
Like, it just literally guides you all the time. But another thing, you can turn some of those off, by the way. But anyway, the only good thing about this game, other than the guns, is the quality is really good. The graphics are beautiful. Cutscenes are not as funny, but they're still, like,
it's like
you have dialogue now instead of just random grunts. Okay, but I also wanted to share, this is so weird because I don't like the sequels, but why is the Force Awakens level the funnest one so far?
It was so fun. It had a treasure hunting. Like,
hunting. Oh, like when she
was finding, like, things.
Scavenging for...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, sorry, this totally reminded me of, like, Sonic Adventure 2 levels if you were, like, playing Knuckles or something, because it gives you, like, radars and you have to go find, like, totally reminded me of that, and it was so fun.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I feel like with the other levels, when it split us up, it was really boring. But in this one, I have not been bored with the Force Awakens level at all. It's been really fun.
Because, like, again, I'm second player, so I always got to be BB-8. But, like, it wasn't mad because while Macy was fighting the people, I got to do other things.
Yeah, it
to get the level
really
done.
Good side missions.
Instead of just sitting on the sidelines.
And I feel like playing Rey is... I hate Rey, but playing her is so fun. Her staff, she also has her little gadgets, the, like, jetpack and the net thing.
Another character has that, I think, in the OG trilogy. I just can't remember who.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I remember having the net thing. Again, I just can't remember who had it.
It's gotta be some, like, scavenger or something.
Probably.
So, yeah, that has been really fun. I actually enjoy that.
The thing is, it's... Also, another thing I really like is the lightsaber throwing. You can aim and throw, which is so fun if you, like, master it. The thing is, it's still fun because it's like Star Wars, but it's not challenging. Which, a video game should still be challenging, because if there's no challenge, then it's no fun.
Like, our little sister girl play this game.
Literally.
So, yeah, if you're thinking about buying it, I don't know if I'd recommend it. I mean...
It's not worth the money. Thing is, when it came out, it was $60, which is atrocious.
Yeah. I mean, now it's on sale for like $20.
Yeah, we got it on sale. Because if I actually paid $60 for this, I'd be upset. Also, another good thing is the character packs, because they have Bad Batch. But the game as a whole, I remember hearing it about it when, because like kids had it, like it was like 2 years ago, and it sounded so fun. And then I'm actually playing it, I'm like, this is so boring.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's all we have. It's crazy. We only have one thing in actual garbage, and it's The Last Jedi.
Which fitting.
Yeah. And yeah, that's it. We have a bunch of video games we have not played that are on the thing still, including Jedi Survivor.
I have always wanted to play the Force Awakens Lego game, like, by itself, because one, I have a 3DS, and I've seen gameplay on the DS, and it looks so fun.
Well, if it's fun in Skywalker Saga, it's... Yeah, I don't know. That's it.
That's it.
We plan on doing more tier ranking episodes.
Because I love these.
Because they're so fun. And literally, when I asked for recommendations, 99% of you guys asked for tier ranking ones.
So I guess you guys like it too, which is good. Because
and yeah, that's it. Anything else to say?
No.
The ending of these episodes are always so awkward.
I know we say this every time, but we need to come up with a way to end these.
Should we just say, and that's the Geeky Gals on 3? That's what we used to do.
Okay.
Okay, really? For sure.
Let's just do it. Okay.
Let's try it. Okay, thanks for listening, and that's the Geeky Gals.